Welcome back to Strength Talk, everyone. Today, we are diving into something that every single one of us deals with, especially if you're trying to grow as a leader. We're talking about analyzing our setbacks. Wow, this quote, it really hits home, doesn't it? We all stumble. We all face setbacks. That's a given. The real game isn't about if it happens, but what we decide to do about it. And that choice, right there, is the bedrock of truly resilient leadership. So, failure isn't the end. And here's the thing that really separates the best leaders from the rest. It's not that they have some perfect, flawless track record. No way. It's all about their response to failure. They don't just sweep it under the rug. They actually lean into it, They dig deep and pull out the lesson. And this whole idea, this commitment to learning from our mistakes, well, that's what we mean by management excellence. It's got nothing to do with being perfect, not at all. It's really about having the guts to look a mistake right in the eye, to ask for that tough, honest feedback, and to consciously choose to grow. It's all about progress, not perfection. Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do we build that resilient leader's mindset? Well, it all starts with a big shift. We've got to move from being reactive, just putting out fires and cleaning up the mess, to being truly reflective. And this, by the way, is where something like coaching can be a total game changer, because it helps embed this practice of continuous learning right into how you lead. Just look at the difference here. On the one hand, you've got the leader who just keeps making the same mistakes. They're reactive, right? They might kind of passively admit there's a problem, but they absolutely avoid any real candid input. Then, on the other side, you've got the leader who actually learns from setbacks. They're reflective. They don't just blame the problem, they actively analyze their own behavior, and then they go out and solicit that honest feedback. It's a completely different ballgame. All right, this all sounds great in theory, but how do we make it practical? How do we actually do it? Well, we've got a super simple but really powerful framework for you. It's a 3-step action plan, and we call it the Action Anchor. And you can think of it as your go-to tool for turning any setback into a real opportunity for growth. So here's the whole roadmap in a nutshell. 3 simple steps. 1, document a setback. 2, seek honest feedback. And 3, define your correction. That's it. Simple, direct, and trust me, it's so effective. Let's dive into each one. Okay, step 1, document a setback. This is all about getting real with yourself. I want you to think about a recent professional challenge, maybe something that didn't go so well. But here's the key. Don't just replay the whole event in your head. The goal is to get super specific about your behavior. What did you do? What did you say? Getting that specific is where the real light bulbs start to go off. All right, step 2. This one takes some guts. You've got to seek honest feedback. This means going to a trusted colleague, a supervisor, someone you respect, and asking them for their totally candid input on what happened. And you know what the hardest part is? Your only job is to listen. That's it. No defending yourself, no justifying what you did, just listen. Really try to understand how your actions landed from their perspective. And finally, we get to step 3, define the correction. This is where it all comes together. This is where you take your own reflections and that feedback you just got, and you turn it into a concrete plan. You're going to write down 1 or 2 specific things you'll do differently next time. And this isn't some vague idea like, oh, I'll do better. Nope. This is an actual, actionable plan. Okay, so now it's time to put all this learning into practice. Because look, understanding this stuff is one thing, but actually building it into a habit, that's the real goal. So I want to give you a challenge, something to focus on for this quarter. And here it is. I want you to really think about this for a second. What specific leadership behavior have you repeated that you know you need to consciously analyze and correct this quarter? Maybe it's how you react under pressure, or maybe it's the way you give feedback. Whatever it is, that thing that you know is a repeating pattern, this is your chance. Use that action anchor we just talked about and make a real, intentional change. And hey, be sure to tune in next week on Strength Talk. We're going to be building on all of this as we tackle the leader's vision. You won't want to miss it. If you're ready to really build your best future and turn these insights into action, you should definitely check out the Positive Psychology Coaching course. And hey, if this episode sparked an idea for you, do me a favor and share it with your network. Let's help everyone we can grow alongside us. Thanks for listening to Strength Talk.